today's project might be more of an undertaking than I first thought. I mean, as a concept, it's not crazy at all. I just want to build a farm somewhere over there and start growing apricorns. But I basically just started. Like, I still don't actually have many resources to my name, and the build I designed in creative uses a lot of copper. So I really outdone myself here. As well, I mean, I'm going to need to get to the nether because I used warped wood. I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I designed things in creative without thinking about the logistics of collecting the resources. And I need terracotta. I don't even know where a Badlands is, but I do need terracotta too, so that's another thing. So to have a chance of getting any of this done in a remotely timely manner, I'm going to have to get some mining out of the way, and hopefully a lot of the copper sourcing done. So last night, actually, before I recorded anything today, I did a mining trip. So I'll go ahead and show the little bit of footage I got from that. Alright, so here we are in the underground. I got down here, actually, from a staircase. I just started to try and staircase to find a cave. That's usually how I go about this. But I discovered that underneath this village is just a lot of water, like a lot of underground lakes. So it was kind of unfortunate and annoying. But I did eventually get the bright idea of making doors so that I could mine in the underwater caves. And that was actually kind of preferable because nothing could spawn in there. But after getting what seemed like a fair amount of copper for now, I wanted to go deeper to try and find some diamonds and hopefully obsidian as well so that we could go to the nether later. And actually now might be a good time to mention all these clips are muted because I was watching a Markiplier video in the background. So this is what it sounds like if the audio is unmuted.
Oh god, that didn't even register. Oh man.
So I do eventually stumble upon this cave down at deep slate level. And, oh, it looks like I found a diamond. Very exciting. You could tell I was happy with that. Whoa, what am I doing here? Oh, I was just mining it. Okay, cool. I thought I was doing something else. Now, the only other thing that happened besides mining some obsidian, which I didn't record, it didn't seem very entertaining, was I stumbled upon a backpack-wearing skeleton, which that's added through sophisticated backpacks. They're just armored mobs that run really fast. Sometimes the backpacks will play music out loud, which was the case with this one. And there's a chance when you kill them, they will drop their backpack and it will have dungeon loot in it, which is pretty cool.
What was that? What the hell? That was a mouse!
So yeah, I kill it and it did drop its backpack, but there wasn't really anything super valuable in there. So, I mean, that was pretty much all we got this mining trip. Lovely. Okay, so as you can see, I built blast furnaces to smelt all of that. It's not up here. Oh, wait, no, it was up here. Never mind. I turned it into blocks. I forgot. Yeah, so we have 48 blocks. I have to do some quick math to figure out how much the stone cutter is going to make, but I also have to actually craft a stone cutter. But we did get diamond tools. We got all that out of the way. We also got the obsidian I'll need for another portal, which means we can get the warped wood I need. I don't know how well that's going to go. Okay, so we're doing the cut stairs. Oh no. Phantoms. I hate villagers so much. Anyway, we're doing cut stairs, which means for every one block, we're getting 4 cut stairs. So that's 192 total stairs. And I have not counted how many my build uses. I think just to be safe, I'm going to work up our total block count to a stack, and that would definitely be enough. I think 4 stacks of stairs is going to be enough. Maybe. Hopefully. I hope. So now my 2 branching paths are probably going to the nether to collect all the warped wood I'll need, or collecting the apricorn sprouts I'll need. I think you know which one is way less dangerous and which one I'll be doing first. I mean, it's definitely not the worst spawn I've ever gotten in the nether. The nether fortress being right there is pretty sick. Okay, you know what? I did say I was going to do the sprouts first. I'm doing that first now. Thankfully, apricorn trees that are naturally spawning are not that rare. Like there's one over here. It's a black apricorn tree. And because I've been near it for so long, all of the bulbs are fully grown. So there's a pretty high chance I'll get a sprout. I say that as I proceed. Oh, there we go. There's a sprout. Awesome! So that leaves us with 4. I think I have the pink, green, and blue. Now I need white, yellow, and red, if I'm not mistaken. Give me seed. Give me seed. There we go. Wow. I don't know what the actual chances of getting these. Alright, so we are looking for red and yellow. And I don't see any of them near me. So I think what I'm going to do is start trekking in a random direction. And hopefully, I guess just stumble upon a Badlands for terracotta. I don't know.
Who's that Pokemon? It's Pikachu! Pikachu!
All right. So sadly, we're all the way at a Badlands right now. You see that all the way over there, that little waypoint is my base. I came all the way over here, recorded some of it, you know, had like replay mod footage I intended to like key point in and animate, whatever you do. And again, discovered I have an issue with the replay mod. But yeah, we made it all the way out here. We got the terracotta we need. We even found actually in a village chest one of the sprouts we need, this yellow sprout right here. We're still missing the red one though. So we have to find a red sprout somehow, but we have everything else we need except for what we need from the nether and then what birch wood we're gonna need. So I guess I'm just gonna make my way back. Probably just do a jump cut here too. So a creeper just came up. I just got home. A creeper came up. I was standing like about here, and the creeper walks on in and blows up all of my stuff. Oh well, I mean, I don't know, it's Minecraft, dude. Sometimes Minecraft is mean and beats you up and takes all your stuff. Alright, hello. I was sitting here rebuilding. I took the opportunity to finally replace the wool color. I'm also expanding the terrain because I need to build a second tent. And I hear this chiming. You hear that? I was listening to a really loud song, so I could barely make it out. That's a shiny. And he makes a little chiming noise. I made 4. I made Pokeballs for some reason. I can barely tell that it's a shiny, but it's only level 6. So we're going for it. We're going for it! Should I even... I mean, yeah, I should attack it. At least a tackle. Oh my god. Alright, another tackle. I seriously don't know where that skeleton could have spawned at. I've been being really careful with torch placement since the creeper. Alright, we're going for it. Come on. Sick. Sick nasty. Whoop! Literally the first time I used my Pokemon at all. That might be the first time I've sent my Pokemon out, and it was to catch a shiny. Okay. I may have gone slightly overboard with the post-creeper rebuild. Yeah, this is a chest tent. I was running out of storage space, so I made that. That was pretty simple. I just used oak wood this time instead of spruce because oak trapdoors actually match the oak wood. And then I kind of just started going goo brain and made an entire pond too. Right. Okay. So I need warped wood. All right. I don't have any clue where to go. Wow, I forgot blocks. Wow, I'm very simple-minded. All right, we're going to sit here and collect blocks for a bit. You guys see that? It's a forest. Not a warped one, though. I swear to you, that every time I need nether wood, I always find the one I don't want first. Whenever I want crimson wood, I always find warped wood first. I'm not, like, this isn't even a negativity or, like, confirmation bias thing. I swear that actually just happens. Every time I want crimson wood, I find warped, and every time it's vice versa, swappy swoop. And I find it very ironic that I'm out of building blocks, and probably the best source of building blocks around me are the crimson logs that I resent because they're not warped. Because if I mine 1 log, then that's, you know, that's 4 wood blocks. So this is kind of the best ratio I could be doing right now. Leave me alone. That's a big hog! Wow. You guys might consider this cheating, but I just looked up my seed on a seed map thing because I was curious about what this biome looks like and where Warped Forest even is relative to it, because I'm in this biome. The closest one is... Actually, it's not that far. It's only a couple hundred blocks, but this forest would just... Literally every single Warped Forest I can see within the little preview thing would fit inside of this Crimson Forest. It's that big. I also kind of... Oh! Go away. Okay. God, dude. Do you guys ever drink coffee and have it, like, completely... I know that that's kind of a thing people say about coffee, is that it really, you know, does you in, makes you retreat to the toilet, you know, that type of thing. But I don't know. I don't know if it's the caffeine, because I drink energy drinks and don't get that effect. It's only coffee. Yeah, because of that coffee, I'm doing more than just one type of clinching right now. I'm clinching out of nervousness, and I'm clinching out of not wanting to make a mess in my chair. Bro, how are we still in this Crimson Forest? This is ridiculous. You know that game Bully? We'll just replace it with Minecraft, because this is a bully game. We found it! We found it! Praise be the Lord, or whatever religious people say. Give me this! Oh, wow. See, look. Literally the last biome in the Nether I found was the one I wanted. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Here is what we've accrued. This is all the resources, the major resources I know that we'll need for the build. And approximately close to the amounts I think I need them in. Like, I think I'm going to need way more oak logs once I build the actual farm component, but the house component, I think this is fine. There's probably still quite a few miscellaneous smaller things, decorative elements that I don't have in here yet that I'm going to have to go fetch, but I did get a lot of the major stuff and some of the small decorative elements, so there should be less running away to go find stuff. So that means our next step is just to get to building. Whoa! All right, firstly we had to strip away this little this little hut sitting here. I mean, whatever these villagers built, I have no regard for, so this needs to get out of the way. So I started by placing this red perimeter, which along with the birch wood I used in the walls was inspired by some buildings I saw in some Pokemon games. And it also seemed to pair pretty well with the green roof I had intended from the start, so altogether I feel like it gave it a fairly Pokemon-esque look. Now this shot I think demonstrates one of my favorite hacks, which is using plants to distract from an otherwise very bland, empty wall. Not to rag on myself too hard, I do like my windows and my overhangs, it's just that the plants are necessary to hide the lack of detail in some of the other elements of this build. Once I got all the walls up, it was time for the roof, which was actually pretty simple. The main elements I incorporated were a chimney, which I used cobblestone for because this texture pack has a really cool cobblestone texture, and the dormer windows that are basically obligatory when you want to make a roof. It's very cool to have more windows, and they add a lot of shape to an otherwise very simple shaped roof. Now on to the interior, which is generally my strong suit when it comes to building. I'm really pleased with how this one came out, as over time I just kept refining it and finding ways to use the space I had, and I think it does the job of being a nice, quaint little home. Now this kitchen might actually be my favorite part of the build, because it uses a lot of classic techniques like hoppers as oven vents or iron doors as a fridge, but probably my favorite component was the floor. It's just a normal checkerboard tile floor, but for whatever reason, it's like my exact headcanon when I imagine a kitchen, even though I've never seen a kitchen with this floor. It just feels like it has the essence of a kitchen. There was a big gap in this recording because I had to go collect a bunch of sand and gravel to craft this concrete. I had completely forgotten about it. But making your walls 2 blocks thick is actually a really useful technique because it makes your rooms very distinct. So even though this room is completely open to the rest of the build, because its walls are different from everything else, it really makes it feel like it's its own identifiable room. And here we are with the finished product. I think it came out pretty nice in the setting. Once I started to work in more environmental details like this little fence up front and all the bushes and plants on it, it fitted in a lot better, but otherwise this landscape is really flat and barren, so I do need to work on that, especially over there. I mean, this is just crude, little terraforming done wall. Like, you could see the stone. I just had to clear all this out for space, but that'll be worked on later. And you can see right here, I actually built the entire farm component off camera. I didn't record this because this video was already kind of actually getting too long. I wanted to make this video a lot shorter, but you know, that's just it's because I started with very few resources, so next time I'll know to gather some of it off camera first. Yeah, this wasn't so bad. Most of the time was spent getting resources for this structure, which is completely useless. This has no function at all, but it does look quite nice. But the inside is by far my favorite. Sick, cool, awesome little kitchen. You can look out here through this window. You got more windows here. Cool little fireplace. I mean, the fireplace looks really nice. I'm really happy with that. And then, you know, you have upstairs. This is very unfinished. I do have a plan for how you would make this look like a more, I don't know, finished room, but I still don't have any idea on how to decorate it. It's also useless. Like, this area is useless enough. Up here, I'm not even gonna, I don't think I'll ever see, so I didn't do anything for it for now. Yeah, then you can enter through these little arches I designed, and this is our Apricorn farm. Woo! Yeah, I'm just slowly working the saplings I need to expand it, because each row is going to be dedicated to a color. Don't know why it took me so long to think of that. But yeah, just slowly harvesting what's here, gathering any saplings if it drops any, and placing them. That's going to be my life for a little while. But of course, most importantly, does it actually look good from my camp? And I think so. Especially the chimney. The smoke really sold it. That made a big difference to me in my eye. Yeah, at night, you can see how well lit it is. Let me go to the daytime. There's a bit of haziness going on here. Like, it almost looks like there's, like, render distance fog over there or something, but I don't know. It's pretty nice. This is a good vantage point to view it from. But with that, I think it's about time we close this video out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Woo!